Good morning, my succulent friends. I'm back and I've been having a better look at this arrangement in the morning light, and I want to move past this one pretty quickly. So I've had a bit of a think about what I need to do. So how is everybody? Thank you again for all the lovely comments. I really love reading them. If I don't respond back straight away, I do respond to everybody. But if I don't respond straight away, it's probably because I'm out here. I want to get this out. I'm pretty sure that's a Violet Queen. Probably a little pup I put in there a while ago, because this was the area that had mealies. So I want to treat it, maybe take out some of that soil in case there's mealy webs in there, and treat the whole pot and treat that spot. So let's have a look. Okay, throw that in the rubbish. I've got to get a tray again. Looking for mealies. Looking for mealies. Well, looks like part of a bit of a web on the leaf. Maybe a little bit there. So I'm going to keep that one out as well. And there's something going on behind it here too. This is interesting. What is this? I don't even remember doing this. Huh. Wow. It's got that downward leaf thing happening, which it's not a nice way to grow. It's probably because it's been tucked under there. It's got a massive stem and it doesn't look healthy. So I could clean all that up, chop it, and see if we can get it bouncing back, but not a priority. So just put it aside. Looks like we've got a tiny little leaf baby in there. Yeah, let's see. I can see mealy sort of stuff in the rubbish. So I want to dig out all that soil and replace it with some fresh soil. I can't do it to the whole thing because that's just going to disturb the arrangement, isn't it? So I'll just try and get the systemic and cinnamon into the nooks and crannies, and then give it a really good watering in. Watering in is the key because it's granular. It's got to dissolve into the soil. And sometimes I've noticed that when I just apply it to the top of the soil, I come back later and I can still see the granules, like they haven't dissolved. So just be mindful of that. I'm trying to get something out that's been lost in there too. There it is. This was a cutting. These are called painted ladies. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it got lost in there. And I see a bit of scraggly stuff. This arrangement, how it came to be, is I have a very good friend. She's actually a big inspiration for me too, for succulents. She was into them years before I was into them, and she lives in the same suburb as me. Anyway, she does a lot of planting in the ground kind of thing. She's not really a pot girl. She's got a few, but anyway, so it was the start of lockdown and you couldn't go to nurseries, and we were both needing a bit of a plant fix, so we decided to do a cutting swap. And so what is that in there? What is that? Hold on, hold on, I didn't even see this one in there. What is it? It's coming out. There's another one that's lost in there. This is awkward. Well, there we go, baby. Oh, that's some mealy there too. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Okay. Whatever it is, it's not doing well. There, not enough sunlight. So we did a cutting swap, and she gave me she gave me 2 pieces of her afterglows. She has a lot of success with her afterglows. They weren't great. I had to bring them back, but that's, you know, that's the nature of cuttings. You don't give people cuttings of your best stuff. Not always, anyway. And this was from her. She's got massive clumps of elegances all through her landscaping, like massive, like meters and meters worth of them. It's really quite striking to behold. Her name's Josie's Succulent. She has an Instagram and Facebook page as well. So we did a trade. She gave me stuff and I gave her stuff. So she gave me those, this. This was mine. I just added it in there. This was hers as well. And this grap here was hers. I'll insert the name that we suspect what it is. Oh, speaking of that, I took that out yesterday. It had rot. Oops. So I cut that rotted stem off, cinnamon, and I had a good look inside. It wasn't mealies. It was like just extra farina dust. So it's good. So that was a false alarm. It was too dark last night to see clearly. Well, not last night, yesterday afternoon. Okay, I said I'd get through this quickly. Before I dig that up, I want to trim this too. So I'm removing now. I'm removing stuff. This just looks scraggly. Not as lovely as what's happening here. Oh my God. It's like an Easter egg hunt. Found something else. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is bad. Oh no. What is that? Okay, it's some sort of sempervivum, so I can't say that properly. Sep. That's got mealies bad. That's going in the rubbish. What I said uh-oh to, just trying to see if I can spot it in the camera. It's just here. Some sort of insect webbing. So what is that? Spider, mealies, either, really. Okay, so that says to me, this whole section, take it out. I was going to trim it, but I'm just going to take it out. There's a little offset from the elegance. I'll replant that somewhere else. That's good. We'll leave that there. I think it's good. Oh. There's always more leaves. Always. You think you got them all, and there's always more. Okay, let me just tidy up the stuff that I took out, throw out the stuff that needs to be thrown out, and then we shall continue. Okay, I've prepared for the next step, just to make it a little bit more condensed with the information. Cut out some boring bits. Right, I took a good portion of that soil out, so there it is there, and a lot of old roots and stuff. Look, even that, there's some sort of nest of some creature. That's in the rubbish now. And I've got some fresh soil, and I've put propagation sand. As some of you who watch regularly know, I don't like perlite. It's okay, it's fine. I just prefer sand. I try and keep things cost efficient with my soil, because I go through so much, like doing what I'm doing now, replacing stuff all the time. I'll insert a picture of the propagation sand, what it looks like. I get it from Bunnings. I don't know what's the difference between regular sand and propagation sand, except that it seems more grittier. I'm not sure if you can use regular sand. It works for my climate. If you want to do a really good soil mix, what are my dogs barking at? Probably nothing. If you want to do a good soil mix, maybe go to other people's videos. They're probably a bit more, in detail about that. Okay, my challenge now is to get the soil back in while I'm filming and not knock my camera over. Might just put a little bit in on camera, and then just to speed it up, I might just stop filming. And actually, before I go on, I'm going to do it. I'm going to remove one of these extra heads off the afterglow, because I can see it, and I think, why not? Let's take a little piece and try and work it somewhere else, and just multiply more. So this one I want. No, I don't want that one. I want this one, because it's squished up here. Oh, I wish I could show you better. It's a bit of a pain in the bum taking my camera on and off the stand. You still can't see it. Oh, the headphones fell out. Hang on. Maybe if I pick up the stand and show you. Yeah, that's not working very well. All right, doesn't matter. Let's just do it. Doesn't matter. It's got a big fat stem on it. I'm wondering if I could just pop it off. No, cut it. Oh, we did it. Oh. Can't believe I did it. I hope I don't regret this. Regret it in the sense like the arrangement might not look as pretty. There we go. I'm being very careful not to touch the farina anymore. It's quite a big stem on it, doesn't it? Alright, we shall make you pretty and big and strong. Grow you somewhere else. Oh, that's really opened up a space there. That's okay. Maybe these will be able to open up and expand a bit better. So I got a little container, and I've put systemic granules in there, and I mixed in some cinnamon. So I get my little trusty spoon. So I think this will be the best way to get this stuff in there. So I'm just going to put it on top and in the soil a little bit. And I've got to do a good watering in later. I see some roots, so I'm sort of putting it close to the roots. Okay, I'm going to pause and I'm going to put the soil back in. Right, I've topped it up a little bit, And I'm going to add more of this little mixture on the top as well. So Evelyn, my new succulent friend, thanks to this channel, we were having a little bit of a chat on Messenger yesterday, and she's ordered that neem oil cake. Or is it? Yeah, neem oil. So in another video we talked about it. It is, instead of the actual oil, it's an extract that they get when they make the oil. And the reason why neem oil is used for mealies is because it's an insect deterrent more than anything. And so apparently this cakey stuff, which looks very granular, would probably work very similar to cinnamon, but it also has good properties, this neem cake stuff, for fertilizing. So that's a natural way to go, more natural than systemics, or less toxic. And she's going to try it on Cool View, I think it is. It's a lovely succulent. I've had some success with it, but Millie's do love it, and she's got some, so she's going to work on that, see how that goes. But I thought I might try and order some as well and see what kind of luck we have with it. Alright, now while we're doing the systemic, let's get it into some other nooks and crannies. See, I stopped what I was doing and I concentrated on what I was actually saying. I don't do both of them, talk and work, that good, because I say dumb things. I'm not even realizing what I'm saying until I listen back and go, ugh, what'd you say that for? So let's see if we can get a little bit in between things and get into the soil. And in here I'll have to mix some more up. I don't think I'm going to be spraying anything. I'll just go with this. But I've got to make sure I do a good watering in so this systemic stuff dissolves, because it's really pointless if it doesn't get into the soil and get sucked up by the roots. This one, as I said, Millie's like this one too. So let's try and get in there for this one. And maybe some in here. If you like, I like the way this is looking, the way it's cascading over the edge, but I can see lots of air roots off the stems. So if you want to multiply, these would be really perfect right now to pop off and replant somewhere else. I wonder if I can show you. Not really, but trust me, they're there. I've got some little pots beside me that I collected this morning with where I cut out center points, and there's some new babies growing, so I thought you might want to see how that looks, give you a bit of encouragement. It does work. Alright, that's good. Now this space here, are we going to put something in there? Yeah, probably, but this is front view, so probably whatever I put in there won't get seen much. Hang on, I just noticed it's all over the leaf, the stuff I just put down. What I could do is cut a little bit of this off, because it's nice and full, unlike that scraggly stuff I just cut off. And I might transfer a bit onto this side. I think that's a good idea. I don't think I want to put this cutting back in, because I want to keep an eye on it and watch its roots grow. This other piece of whatever I took out of there, took the leaves off. It's not healthy. It's not nice. It's not nice. And see right there, that's a little bit of mealy stuff. And this stem is like a trunk, and yuck, there's barely any roots. This to me indicates this was an older plant. It's had a lot of life, but I'm cutting all of that off. Keep bumping the frame, so I'll throw that out. Now the dilemma is now, because these lower leaves are not growing in the right way, they're going down, to pot that up, catch this stem, it's not going to be very successful. This is the sort of thing you probably should peel all these lower leaves back. I don't know what to do with that. Don't really care about it, to be honest. This one has a little sign of mealies, maybe more aphids than mealies, and this root looks yuck, terrible. So we're going to start that again. Oh, I think I snipped my skin. I did a little bit. Fun times, fun times. So we'll get this systemic spray, and I'll just squirt. It's not normally how I would do this. I'm doing it to try and get on camera. Squirt a little bit in there. I'll have a look at that later. What else? So I'm not putting that back in either. This little Violet Queen, I could see a little yucky stuff happening in the middle, so I cut out the center. And cinnamon, and that part of the root there doesn't look great, the stem root. There's a little, so I'm going to snip there. I'm not going to put that back in because I just did a snip. And I'm going to water soon, like some serious watering to work that systemic through. And this was a little elegance pup, I think it was. These little roots, we might work that back in. Put that there. So these are what I'm not going to work with. Yep. Looks a bit bare where I took that. Was it there? It was there, wasn't it? In the middle, where I took that other afterglow out. Yeah, okay. Thinking again. Sorry. Let's get a bit of this out of here because it's sort of hiding that too. You can get some roots with it. That would be good. This sort of stuff is, I guess it's some sort of ground cover. I don't know what kind of sedum it is, but roots or no roots, it doesn't matter. It will come back, I'm sure. So I'll just try and cut a bit out. And there's enough roots there for it to pick up again. So thinking where I made a bit of a space from the stuff I took out, maybe we could just spread that along a little bit. Will that look nice? Yeah, I think so. So just tuck it in. I'm not too worried about tucking it in great. As Laura Eubanks would say, as long as it's touching, it'll be fine. She's right, it will, especially this stuff. I love the colour of it. In my friend's garden, when she first showed me it, it was like, it was all stressed out. It's a beautiful pink colour. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that works. And we wanted something for here, didn't we? Maybe I could take a bit of this action. Try and cut it as low as possible so you don't leave it looking ugly there. So that will work. And I'm going to plant it there. I'll put some top dressing down first. I don't think I'll crowd it up too much. We'll just leave it. Okay, hold on. Okay, got some top dressing. Noise alert, noise alert. Yes, yes. Oh God, I keep tapping the frame. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. Let's get that little piece and just plant it in there and there. And I also think I might add this crystal sphere. This is honey calcite, beautiful, beautiful gem. And I've put this in, I've got a couple. Remember, I buy things in bulk for crystals. And I had it in another arrangement. And in the sunlight, it just looks so happy. It just looks like a happy sun sitting in the arrangement. So I might just use that there to fill it up. And that was the sebum stuff that we pulled out before. Let's see if we can get some decent parts to just fill it up a bit more. So I'm just going to get rid of the roots. It will re-establish itself very easily. If anyone knows what this is called, tell me, please. You've all been very helpful with names. No, no, I don't want. No, we'll just leave it. Screw it. Well, you know what happened. I bumped it. And maybe we'll just tuck that in somewhere. You could trim it. I'm sure it'll be fine without trimming it. Maybe we'll just give it a little friend in there. That is good. That is very good. Alright, that's enough for that one for me. I'm ready to work on other stuff. Or maybe I could trim a bit out of here. Let's just look down in there. Where can I grab it from? Yeah, I'll just take a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, these sort of cuttings will encourage more growth. So just taking small little cuttings like that and moving them along in other parts of your pot is how you can help speed up the process and direct it where you want it to grow. If you wanted to sort of fill in stuff. That sedum dragon's blood that was here, I threw it all away. I'm just not going to bother with trying to demeal it and all that stuff. But I have it growing in other spots. That's why I don't mind to do that. There we are. Alright, that's done. Let me get my muscles ready. Do a good stretch before I lift it. No, jokes. I'll get that down and then I want to show you some other stuff. And I'll water it in soon. Rightio, I'm back. While I was collecting some pots to show you, my phone rang. It was my BFF, Josie Succulents. Remember I mentioned her? Go check out her page. Really easy to find on Instagram or Facebook. It'll blow you away. She's got such a huge garden and she's got a real talent for landscaping. Anyway, so she called and then I just checked my comments on the channel, and Penny Smith just wrote something about she's looking forward to the next video. So Penny, here I am. This is me coming back to finish this video. Now there's two Pennies too. There's Penny Lane, and you're a riot. I love your sense of humour. So you really do make me laugh. All right. Anyway, enough. So let's start with this one. This one has given me grief. I've had it for at least going into its second year for sure. There's the tag for you. And it's been a real diva. Some succulents I call divas because they need the exact light conditions just to thrive. And initially I put it out in the sunshine, and I burnt it, and then I got that. It grew past that, and then I got mealies, and then or something like that. It's a rot or something. And then I put in the shade house, and it really flourished. It was doing really good. And then I neglected my shade house, and I got mealies and stuff. I went through every single tray. It took me 2 weeks to go through them all, where I was just doing all this stuff on all of them and giving them all deep watering. So I'm waffling on, but it was definitely a marathon. And so they had got to this one. So I did my little trick. Is where I was just trying to give you a bit of backstory on it and show you that it happens to all of us. I don't always have great results with stuff. But I cut out the centre bit because of the mealies. So that was when? It was around the start of summer when I did that. And look what's happened. A new little head is growing there. So that is really sweet. Looks kind of strange, but as it gets larger, and it may throw more as time goes along, these leaves will slowly dry up and move on. And I'll show you. I'm thinking about another plant. I'll show you what can happen long term. But it wouldn't hurt to sort of move along a few leaves here and there, I guess. All right, now what else we got? We'll go to this one. Echeveria bendadis, I think is how you say it. Same thing, and the same time. So when I was going through all my stock plants, so took the center part out, because that's the growing point. All new growth comes from there, if you don't know. And it forces it to grow new little heads, so that's sweet. So we'll keep an eye on that too. Now, there's this market that I visit. It's a rural market because I live on the outskirts of Melbourne, so it's easy for me to get to. I bought 2 of the same plant. This one is the same one. Now, he doesn't ID his stuff, and he said it was ends with a do sound. Mondo, Dondo. I think it's that. Some of you will correct me or help me. Anyway, I bought them at the same time. This one is doing nicely. Nothing bad has happened to it. I have treated them, all of them. And this one, got them, and I did the removing the center point thing. So you can see there's a nice new baby growing there. I think that's going to have a nice result. Again, all of these were done in the same time frame. Now, let me just rearrange a few things and show you something else. Okay, a couple of things to do. I want to remove these. I'm thinking I do. But a while ago I did a video on another one of these. It looked exactly like this at that time, except I had caterpillar damage. I feel I get more caterpillar damage with these, where they munch on the leaves, than actual mealies. Where is it stuck? Hold on. Yep, like that. Something's taken a little munch out of it. So in that video, I'll put a link in. It wasn't one of my better videos. I think I know how to make videos better than I did back then, but I had cut out the center point there because that's where the damage was. And here is the actual plant, that very same one. And now this is what it looks like. And I love it. It's got one head there, one head there, and one there. So when I took out the center point, take this back. So in that video, when I took the center point out, eventually some young babies started growing in there, 2 of them, a lot like that, right? And I had to remove the pups because I didn't want it to put its energy into growing them. I wanted it to grow in the middle, and it was a good excuse to take all the propagation out. So what I was left with was the main head without the center. And as the little babies grew like that, eventually these lower leaves, through their natural cycle, would dry up, and I'd remove them, and these continue to grow. And so eventually you sort of get past that tipping point where you have more new heads than old lower leaves. And the lower leaves are good for the plant to thrive and do its, photosynthesis, or whatever plants do. Pardon me. So, far out, I'm really a bit space poor here to rearranging again. One sec. Oh, heavy when you do it like that. Okay. Zoom in a bit. There we go. Right, so remember I said it grew 2 heads. That was these 2. And then a little bit later it decided to grow another one. So it's like a triple head now. And it's interesting. It's quite stunning. So that's why I really don't mind taking out center points, because the way you manipulate the plant and what happens to it can actually give you some really fun, interesting, pretty results. This is a bit dehydrated. I gave it a little extra water before, but I think it still needs a bit more, maybe even a bit of top dressing. Don't know why I didn't top dress that. All right. There, maybe a bit more. So why am I putting this one back? Well, I'm thinking maybe I could take all these off. In that last vlog where I was talking about removing offsets off echeverias, I said it can really look nice when they grow around the perimeter, and it does. It really, really does. I love that full, lush look. But we could be a bit sneaky and actually cut them off, but plant them back in just right in front of it. So we sort of recreate this look, but now it's actually an individual plant, and it can establish itself on its own. And then when it gets all too full, I can just pop them all out, and I've got a whole bunch all ready to go. And some of these are probably already growing roots and establishing in there. So that's what I'm thinking about. So let me see if I can actually execute that. I already took out all the dry leaves because that distracts me, and I don't convey what I'm thinking as well. So I thought I'd eliminate that distraction first. Do they all have really long stems down there? Yeah, should we? Why not? I have propagated this so much. It is an Agavoides, and I got my original one from that fellow at the market, and like I said, he doesn't label, so I don't know the exact Agavoides name. I have tried to figure it out, but to no avail. Alright, let's cut one out first. Let's cut this one out. It looks easier to get to. So I've got some roots, that's good. And there it is. She's a pretty. Most people, when they get a cutting, they'll cut it about there, and then it will root around this area. And that's a good technique. I think it's got something to do with the travelling distance, the longer the stems. But because it's already got its own roots, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to replant it like that. See, I'm a rule breaker. I like breaking the rules. Now the question is, do I replant as I go along so they stay in the same spot, or do I take them all out? Maybe we have to remove a couple at a time, and you can see it better once there's a gap. Yeah, see, I might not even have to do this. I really might not. Let me see if I can zoom in. Right here, there is a root growing from the stem, and it's in there. It's in the soil already. So it's already established in itself. So maybe we don't need to do that. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, same thing. I don't think we need to. Maybe I could be experimental and just cut a couple. Just cut that and just leave it. Cut that and just leave it exactly like that, because it's got its own root system now, and maybe something will happen on this stem. So that's that one. So yeah, something else to keep an eye on. Maybe you've had experience doing something similar, so I'd be curious to how you found it, how you found the results of that. This head is not as pretty. See, something's been nibbling at it. Yeah, it's got roots right there. Alright, how about we do one side where we've trimmed, this side, including that one, and these ones over here, we'll leave it with Mama and see what's the difference. Maybe just releasing these from Mama we might find these ones flourish more from her energy. I think really when it's establishing its own roots and it's attached to the mother, it's probably drawing off both sources, drawing off its own system that it's establishing and drawing off the mother's system. It's just a theory. don't know. Okay, so we'll just leave those like that. See what happens. I'm not going to water that one because not for a while, because I've done some fresh cuts, at least a day. And while we're at it, let's put some cinnamon. Maybe the cinnamon will keep away whatever's taking little nibbles. So the more I think about it, this neem cake powder might be a really good idea if it's an insect deterrent, because it's not just mealies that affect our succulents. It's definitely the caterpillars and those things. All right. Okay, so that's good. I should put cinnamon in that one too. This one. I'll do that later. The main reason I brought this pot up here is to show you again where I've trimmed the center point, and now we've got 1, 2, 3 growing from that. So that's cool. That's another example of what happens. And like I said, eventually these older leaves will just pass, and then these will continue to grow, and then you'll have a little bundle of heads there. This is the Graptivaria Victor Cane. Remember I told you I had a lot of them around. Sorry, getting a text message on my screen. Oh God, this other pot. Remember this pot I showed recently with the blue spray paint on the terracotta? That's the same stuff. What I love about it is the colors change a lot, and they vary from purples, peaches, greens. It's really lovely actually. But I'm a bit disappointed because this was very ornamental at one point. And again, something has taken a nibble. It's not possums or, I don't know, rodent-y type of things. I don't have all that sort of stuff. It's definitely an insect. I don't know. Does anyone else have this? Does anyone know what critter's doing it? I can't handle. Got to take them off. The interesting thing is this might probably still propagate because it's all about the tip if it's been broken off properly. So I might just take a few of these ugly ones off. Again, because it's a Graptivaria, I'll probably offset a little bit where the leaves have been removed. That one too, you're ugly. Ta-ta, goodbye. Oh, let's go this way. Oh, you've been a bit tricky, aren't you? Okay. Okay. And how I got this all full was the same thing. I had 1 or 2 of them, and I did a head chop, and it took a good year before I really was starting to see some numbers of heads. But once you've done a few, it just keeps multiplying. Like I could seriously do a couple of cuttings here, take them away, and extra growth will happen. But not today. I should remove this one too because that one's been broken. It just looks funny, and I'll give the baby some space to grow too. Come on, pop off, pop off. Oh, I've got a feeling I won't pop this good. Wiggle it off. Oh, you stubborn. Ugh. Yeah, I'm going to make a mess. I don't want to hurt the bubby. Come on, go. Just get out. Sorry, I got a low battery signal on my phone. Oh, what a mess. It's probably got to do with my nails. Yep. I've really yuck done a terrible job. Oh, okay. Thought I was going to break it. I got it. And this one's funky. This is weird. Let's just, can I get that? Oh, yeah. Heard the click. That would be a good one to propagate. Right, okay. Well, like I said, my battery's getting flat. Charge my phone, do a bit of editing, and I don't know if you heard my washing machine go before, but I've got a load of laundry to hang. But I might add some cinnamon. I'll do it later off camera to help with deterring whatever's taken a little nibble out of my beautiful pot. Yeah. All right, I'm going. Got other things to do. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. I wanted to sincerely thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can find me as S's for Succulents on my Instagram and Facebook page, where I post daily photos with tips and information. So come and hang out with me there. It's a great place to chat and connect. Thank you.